This is not a love letter. It's not polite. It's not whispered. It's a wake-up call from the people, a public file unsealed in plain sight, a digital testimony from a community that's been silenced, intimidated, and ripped apart while power protected itself. And we get it. Tiffany Henyard is no longer the mayor or the township supervisor. But make no mistake about it. The empire that she built on fear, vanity, and unchecked power is still collapsing. And somehow, the Department of Justice is still nowhere to be found. So you've taken down others from Detroit to Baltimore and everything in between. So tell us, Department of Justice, why not here? Let's put facts to record. And this video, guys, it's one that you want to listen to all the way through. It's powerful, it's necessary, and it just might be the change that we need. And if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video, tell a friend, I would really appreciate it. And now, back to our story. Let's talk the financial fallout. Nearly $780,000 in credit card charges racked up in a single year under Tiffany's leadership. Township funds allegedly used for luxury retreats disguised as wellness trips. 38% interest on leased vehicles approved using taxpayer dollars. An egregious abuse of fiduciary duty. Budgets missing, minute meetings vanished, FOIA requests denied, transparency buried beneath convenience. Let's talk abuse of power. Residents and trustees physically locked out of public meetings. Armed private security of her own doing with criminal records, hired to protect Tiffany, not the people. Convicted felons placed in leadership positions without public vetting, and loyalists rewarded while dissenters are punished. A village government run like a private cartel. And the most egregious, the silencing of victims, the shutting down and shutting out the victims. Now, whether you love or hate Jedediah Brown, he has been a constant advocate and activist. And now, federal plaintiff Jedediah has filed a civil rights lawsuit after being attacked during a township board meeting. His attacker? Well, allegedly one of Henyard's own, DeMarcus Krigley, a known loyalist. And when no one else would step up and defend Fania Dukes after her voice was silenced, Jedediah has appealed directly to Las Vegas police, who had closed their files to reopen the case that no one else would touch. And Andrew Holmes, accused of protecting the administration, he walks freely. No subpoena, no charges, no comment. And this one deserves a category of its own. It goes beyond egregious, shocking, inhumane to Alexis Wilson, the 19-year-old woman from Dolton that was fatally shot by police in 2021 following a dispute at a restaurant drive-thru. Now, though her family later received what I considered a nominal amount of money, none of the officers involved were ever criminally charged. The case was quietly closed, leaving behind unanswered questions and a pain in her family's heart that money could never erase. So to this day, many in the community believe justice was never truly served under the administration of Tiffany Henyard. And that's what was reported, so we'll say allegedly they received a nominal settlement. And what about the beloved funnel cake man, a fixture in the community, murdered? No updates, no press, no outrage from leadership, and no answers. How many other incidents were allowed to slip away under this administration's veil of control? And let's talk the war on small businesses. Samasha Williams, the former director of the Building Permits and Licensing Department, was terminated after refusing to delay business licensing for entrepreneurs who didn't contribute to Henyard's campaign. Her dismissal remains unaddressed. And what about Tyrone Issam, a local barber and business owner, was denied a license for his property on Sibley Boulevard, reportedly for personal reasons connected to Henyard's administration? And what about Tiffany Henyard, the owner of St. Patrick's Restaurant and Banquet Hall, had to take the village of Dolton to court just to obtain her rightful liquor license, a license that Henyard refused to sign despite court orders. A judge later found Henyard in direct criminal contempt. The people's verdict. Well, the voters did their job. They removed Tiffany Henyard from Dolton. Thornton Township, well, they rejected her as well. And Tiffany's inner circle has crumbled. DeMarcus Krigley, William Moore, Kamal Woods, the castle has fallen. But somehow, the Department of Justice hasn't moved. So here's what this is. Not a letter, not a ledger, a list of wrongs. A declaration that these stories cannot and should not be buried. I'm not a resident. I don't pretend to speak for everyone in Dolton or Thornton Township, but I do speak with those that need a voice. Because repeating this era, this silence, this chaos, this harm would be a mistake of history. We're not politicians. We're not prosecutors. We're observers, investigators, documentarians of what happens when power goes unchecked. This is Southern Confidential, and this is our public file, a record of what's been said, what's been silenced, and what hasn't been answered. These are my personal observations built from public records, news outlets, social media posts, and eyewitness accounts. All allegations, of course, unless proven by fact, and all open for further scrutiny. So, to the Department of Justice, consider this your reminder. The people are watching, the people are waiting. And this story, well, it's far from over. If this video spoke to you in any way, subscribe, share it with a friend and family, someone you trust, because Southern Confidential is moving on to our next story. And this one you won't want to miss. Thank you for tuning in to Southern Confidential. And as always, I will see you on the next video.